Shout out to everybody. I want to talk to y'all real quick. We got some more drama going on. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Man, what a week. I will say that. It's been a crazy week. First of all, shout out again to TBL for trying to put together, like, you know, good matchups or whatever. You know, I guess they you know, hopefully y'all hire Avocado in the future. Shout out to y'all. But, you know, every league makes mistakes, you know, so shout out to y'all. So it looks like a couple of things is going on. First of all, Byron Blake is wilding. Byron Blake going off on you, Easy. He going off on Hitman again. This is interesting. Like, it's a lot going on. Man, he said he gonna look into Easy. Oh God. I don't know, but it's been a lot going on. Shout out to everybody. Where do we start? First of all, Tay Rock is addressing Easy the Block Captain, and he's saying a whole bunch of stuff. I'm trying to talk a little bit before I get to this because there's some bad words in here, and you know how YouTube play. You gotta talk a little bit. Let me go to, first of all, shout out to Geechi Gotti. Geechi Gotti did a podcast, Last Second C. And he talked about, you know, he's not really hungry anymore. He don't really have, he's like, yo, who am I going to battle? Like, I don't really have, like, many big matchups left. And I said, what about Cassidy, right? And this is what he said. Shout out to Geechi Gotti. On his resume, like, let me get in there with Geechi. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what I do, man. But yeah, Cassidy, set that up.
PIPERBOY Williams says Geechi versus Cassidy.
Set that up. Set that up, man. Shout out PIPERBOY Williams.
How much money you need for Geechi versus Cassidy?
I don't know. I think not like that. Shout out my nigga Cassidy, but I'm the only nigga that's probably whooped Cassidy. Like, everybody else playing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else letting Cass live.
You're not getting him in the face off.
Nah, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting him in the face off too, man. Get it real. Get Cass get to talking that shit to me, man. You know what I'm saying? Set it up.
I don't even know Geechi. Like, I don't even.
Can y'all hear this? It might be kind of low. Let me know if y'all can hear. But go to Last Second C. They're basically talking about this. Let's see if y'all can hear this now. Let me turn it up. That's what I do, man. Cassidy, set that up.
PIPERBOY Williams says Geechi versus Cassidy.
Set that up. Set that up.
Set that up, man.
Shout out PIPERBOY Williams.
How much money you need for Geechi versus Cassidy?
I don't know. I think not like that. Shout out my nigga Cassidy, but I'm the only nigga that's probably whooped Cassidy. Right? Everybody else playing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else letting Cass live.
You're not getting him in the face off.
Go to Last Second C. Let me do this real quick because I think I know something that's going on. Let me change the system real quick. The system settings. All right, y'all can hear me now. I'm pretty sure. Can y'all hear me? Turn me up. Turn me up. Can y'all hear me up in here? Shout out to everybody. Shout out. Let's listen to this again. Can you hear me, gang? All right, and shout out. On his resume, like, let me get in there with Geechi. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what I do, man. But yeah, Cassidy, set that up.
PIPERBOY Williams says Geechi versus Cassidy.
Set that up. Set that up. Set that up. Set that up, man. Shout out PIPERBOY Williams.
How much money you need for Geechi versus Cassidy?
I don't know. I think not like that. Shout out my nigga Cassidy, but I'm the only nigga that's probably whooped Cassidy. Right? Everybody else playing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else letting Cass live.
You're not getting him in the face off.
Nah, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting him in the face off too, man. Get it real. Cass get to talking that shit to me with the face off, man. You know what I'm saying? Set it up. Yo, no, on the real, what y'all think about that though? Like, let's keep it real. Cassie versus Geechi Gotti. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of us want to see Cassie versus Rex. That'd probably be a good face-off. Battle-wise, I don't know. Maybe it'll be a good battle. I don't know. But I think most people just want to see the face-off. Geechi Gotti versus Cassidy now. I don't know, TBL. You know? Hey, that... You know? Geechi ain't going to play around. He ain't going to play around. And I think the face-off will be a little different. You know what I mean? Like, let's talk about this for real quick before we get into the mess. The face-off would be a little different. Because, I don't know, you think Cassidy gonna sit across from Geechi, call him all kind of B-A-N words? You think that's gonna happen?
I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Cassie. I don't know. You know, but I think it'll be a different type of battle. I'm not mad at that. You know what I mean? And you know, Geechi ain't gonna try to get like 200,000 a battle or nothing. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I wouldn't mind it. I think Cassie's next battle, I think he should, if he battles Eazy again, I think they're trying to do that battle again, but you know, we'll see, man. I don't think it's gonna be in Philly. They having like issues with that battle. I don't know. But if they end up doing another person, you know what I'm saying? I wouldn't mind it be a Geechi guy. Shout out to Geechi guy. Tay Rock is going crazy. I don't know if I can even show this because Tay Rock's wilding on you, Eazy. Eazy, he's wilding on you. Respond to him. Go live. Go on the blog. He's wilding. Tay Rock said that N-word's a real B-word. I ain't freaking battling that N-word. I don't want to do business with a D sucker. A P-A-B N-word. I mean, I've never heard nobody say all that, Tay Rock. Oh, God. Oh, God, Tay Rock, you wildin'? He said, yeah, that N-word is a real B-word. I ain't effing battling that N-word. I don't want to do business with a D sucker, a P-A-B N-word. Ask how he met his homie Skull. I'm not messing up. This is how it's written. Ask how he met his homie Skull. Man, suck my D-word. Y'all Eazy fans more delusional than a piece of crap. N-words call me defending myself, almost fighting. Shout out to Tay Rock. N-words call me defending myself, almost fighting. I ain't the kind that's gonna let you do whatever or say whatever you want to me. This is what caused me to defend myself and what leads to N-words painting a narrative on me. It's cool though. I have yet to be played with by any of y'all, and I'm dying to make an example out of the first dumb A contestant. Sincerely, the almost fight dude. Then what about the N-words that almost fight with me? Them N-words just exempt from almost fighting? LOL. Y'all N-words be D-suckers. I'll be wanting N-words to say this stuff to me outside of a battle so I can smack saliva out of N-words' mouth. What do y'all think about that? Tay Rock is tired of y'all thinking he is an almost fight person, and he's ready to put hands on anybody that's talking reckless to him. Shout out to Tay Rock, you know what I'm saying, for the tweets going off. You know what I mean? It is what it is. So I don't know. So he said he don't want to battle him now. Man, come on, Tay Rock. Come on, Tay Rock. Battle easy, man. Y'all get this over with, right? Knowledge to God drops the behind the scenes for this. What y'all think about this? Okay. So Eazy is right here in the truck, and they got the footage.
In the web with security. Let's catch that right there as he leaves. The block captain is officially gone.
The block captain finally skated, nigga.
Yeah, he out. The block captain definitely left. Scared to death of Cass. Y'all can say what y'all want. He's scared to death. The captain of what block though?
Oh, so Cassie was outside. Oh, he was outside, gang.
You know what I'm saying?
Talking Germantown.
We about to, yo, Cass, you caught a 30 on the promo, you caught another 30 in the battle. It's over.
Yo, Knowledge talking reckless. Shout out to Knowledge. Oh, Knowledge wasn't allowed in there? Hold on, the list of people. Hold on. It's not called Knowledge. Wait, it was a list of people, right? It was Tex, it was Zan, wasn't allowed. I think Muslim Poppy wasn't allowed. Who else wasn't allowed? There was some people not allowed in there. So I don't know. I mean, Knowledge. Hey, is they ever gonna get over this? Easy now. Is they ever gonna be cool again? I don't know. Knowledge ain't playing, bro.
The block captain It's in the web with security.
He about to leave.
Look out. Let's catch that right there as he leaves. The block captain is officially gone.
Block captain finally skated, nigga.
Yeah, he out. The block captain definitely left. Shit, Deborah Cass. Y'all can say what y'all.
Yo, knowledge. Yo, I ain't even like I seen it. I didn't listen to it with the audio on. You know what I'm saying? I was out. I didn't know what he was saying about that. Knowledge said he's scared. Oh my God, bro.
It's in the web with security. He about to leave. Look out. Let's catch that right there as he leaves. The block captain is officially gone.
Block captain finally skated, nigga.
Yeah, he out. The block captain definitely left. Shit, Deborah Cass. Y'all can say what y'all want. He's scared to death.
The captain of what block though?
You know what I'm saying?
12 in Germantown.
You about to, yo, Cass, you caught a 30 on the parole. You caught another 30 in the battle.
In Philly,
It's over.
In Philly, we call it 3-0 a burger. Cause it looks like a burger, right? But that's worse than a burger. He got the whole volume though. He got.
I don't think they like each other. I don't think they like each other, bro. I didn't know he was gonna say all that. Yo, knowledge is hilarious. Hey, can we get evil knowledge like more often? Do y'all like shout out to knowledge to God? Do y'all like evil knowledge to God? I like evil knowledge to God, bro. It brings it a lot more realism to battle rap. I like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, what y'all think? Evil knowledge to God. Y'all like evil knowledge to God? I like it, man. I can't get mad at him. You know what I mean? If he banned and all of that, I mean, can you get mad? Imagine like going all the way. Ain't knowledge like in Atlanta now? Going all the way over there and then finding out you can't get into an event. Like, I don't know if he was banned. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy, gang. Oh my God, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Cassie. I seen Cassie did an interview with ARP, Rare Breed Entertainment. Let me know what y'all think about the interview in the comment section. He said that Eazy was scared in the battle. Where was I? Shout out to Cassidy. I don't know. I watched it. I didn't think Eazy was scared. You know what I mean? Did he look scared to y'all? Did he? I don't know. I'm not defending any of them. You know what I'm saying? I don't. You know what I mean? I'm just saying I didn't think he was scared in the battle. It looked like he was kind of controlling stuff in the battle. He like telling people to move and all. You know what I'm saying? He looked scared. What y'all think? Did Eazy look scared? One in the chat if he looked scared. Two in the chat if he didn't. I didn't think he looked scared. Somebody said knowledge he was banned from the trenches event. Oh, okay. I don't know. Another thing, right? I got some behind the scenes. Hold on. Let me see this real quick. I gotta look on here because I don't want to accidentally put the DMs out here. Hold on. All right. Somebody said, while Eazy was in spaces talking about he got word that Twerk wasn't showing, Twerk was at the hotel and TBL knew he was. So who did Eazy supposedly hear that from? I'm not going to say who said that to me, but it's somebody. You know what I mean? Like somebody's saying that, you know, so I don't know. I don't know. So what's up with that? I do want to see. I kind of want to see Eazy versus Twerk now. Now that I know Twerk actually wanted to do the battle, and then Eazy the Block Captain actually said something about that. Hold on, let me. Like Eazy's clearing it up too. Hold on, let me show y'all something real quick, because I don't think people are gonna put this out. You know what I mean? And I want to put this out just so Twerk can be clear on this, right? So Eazy said Twerk didn't back out. They tried to reschedule the Cassidy battle for Sunday, which he later declined. Scary dude. And I didn't want to battle twice in one day. Blame goes to Cassidy. I have a date for both battles before the year is out. Twerk confirmed, Cass still no answer. You know, so Eazy is saying that, you know, Twerk he ain't really back out. That's not, Eazy is not the person that sent me that message I read earlier. I just want to put that out on the replay. The message I read right before this one, Eazy's not the one that sent me that, right? But Eazy's saying this now. So he's like pretty much kind of verifying that Twerk did not just cancel, you know what I mean, the battle. I guess they were trying to maybe do 2 battles in one day. You know, if you a battle, you ain't trying to do both battles like in a day. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, the biggest battle you're going to want to try to get done, and I guess it was a Cassidy battle. You know what I mean? Maybe he felt like the Cassidy battle is the bigger battle I need to do. You know what I mean? And obviously, as you can see, the traction on the internet is probably the biggest battle, right? So, but whatever happens, whatever happened. When I listened to the Rare Breed Entertainment interview with Cassidy, I'm going to be real. It sounded like Cassidy don't want to do the battle. You know what I'm saying? That's what it sounded like to me. It just sounded like, because he's saying like, yo, they got to come to Atlanta. We got places out here you can do the battle. And it's like everything's got to be on his own terms. You know, is what it sounds like listening to the interview. Maybe that wasn't his intention or how he wanted to put it. But when you listen to the interview, it's like, you know, TBO got to do all of these concessions in order to get the battle to go through. You know, and I don't know if they're going to be doing all of that. You know what I'm saying? So if they battle again, where is it going to be at? Or are they just going to cave in and do whatever Cassie wants them to do? You know what I mean? Cassie still feels like he won the first round. I watched the battle again. I think Cassie's round is kind of better than what some people are saying it is. You know what I mean? Some people kind of looking at it as close. Some people think Eazy choke. I didn't see Eazy choke in the battle. You know what I mean? I watched it again. I didn't see him choking, you know what I mean? But people are saying he choked. There's some notable people that think Cassidy got the first round, you know, and some people are indecisive. Cassidy broke down his first round on Rare Breed Entertainment, ARP's channel, you know what I mean? And he kind of talked about a lot of things. And he just, you know, he feels like Eazy scary. He's not going to try to do the battle. But on the outside looking in, it looks like Eazy wanted to do the battle the next day. You know what I mean? Cassie was already in Atlanta and all of this. So I don't know. You know, I don't know. It seemed like Eazy wanted to do the battle, but Cassie couldn't do it for whatever reason. I don't know. And then Eazy wanted to do the battle before. But I don't know. It's like it's a lot of conflicting things, man. Like, you know, they seem like Cassidy wanted a bunch of people in there, you know, and Eazy wanted like, I think like 8. I think he had like 5 or 8 people or something like that he wanted in there or whatever. But he wanted it to be even, you know, and Cassie didn't want to budge on some of that. So I don't know what it is. Watch the Rare Breed Entertainment interview to get a little bit more clarity on that. I just want the battle to be over with, man, at this point. You know what I mean? I want it to be over with. Cassidy did say he's not going to spit that round again. And I think it's a good idea. You know what I mean? Don't do that round again. Maybe Eazy might be able to do his round again. You know, he might be able to do that. But if it's gonna be another battle with Cassie already knowing what you're gonna say, Eazy, and I'm sure he's studying the battle to try to see what he needs to improve on. Like, you probably studying to see what you need to maybe improve on. Like, I think both of you guys should scrap that round and get a whole new round. You know what I mean? And then that way it can lead into whatever y'all got left, you know. But as far as everything else, I just want the battle to be done. But if they're planning on doing both battles before the year is out, what are we in? December 9th, you know what I mean? Maybe they got a little bit of time to do it, but I don't know how TBL is really going to do it, because it seemed like they will be, well, I guess they kind of made some money like during the battle, you know what I mean? But then they had to do refunds. A lot of people was requesting refunds. I even seen Averb get a refund on that on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Like, he posted on Twitter, he got a refund. You know what I'm saying? I applied for a refund I bought both days, but I applied for a refund for the TBL event. I don't normally do that, but the audio was so bad. And I heard what Cortez said, that on the VOD on playback, the audio situation was fixed. But I watched some battles and the audio still messed up on my end on a lot of them battles. The Cortez versus Reed didn't have any audio issues. It was in a completely different place. But a lot of those battles still have audio issues. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. You know what I mean? Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. I think it's time for Surf to come home. What do y'all think? I think he needs to come home. I think if he can get back, depending on the reception, right? And people like, let's keep it real. Battle rap, people love Surf, right? So they're probably gonna let all the yes ma'ams go. They're probably gonna try to do that, right? I might still throw my shots here and there. You know what I'm saying? But I think a lot of battle rap people, they just, they're probably gonna let that go. I think Surf can kind of get the ball rolling on a couple of things. I think he could kind of force Rock to battle Eazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, be like, yo, battle him. And he'll probably do it. You know what I mean? Or either Surf will battle Eazy and do it. You know what I mean? Right now, Eazy's kind of in an interesting situation. I feel like, because he had the Head Ice no show. He had the Swamp Battle, which was he lost to Shotgun Suge. And then he had I think he lost to Clips. He lost to John. He lost to Geechi Gotti. He's got a debatable Reed Dollars. I think he kind of needed this weekend to just show people this is me. This is what I can do. Right. But then all of this is happening. And then now, he got two battles that one battle didn't happen, the Twerk battle. And then the Cassidy battle didn't happen because of Enes. Shout out to Enes, no diss. You know what I mean? I do want to put that out there.
No diss.
No diss. Enes, stop that battle, guys. But, two battles not going on. It's probably going to be a minute before he battles again. So, it's just an unfortunate situation. Hopefully. And then you got battle rap community. They just trying to hit him. You know what I mean? Like, as much negative stuff that they can, so... I don't know, man. I think he needs a good battle. And then now him and Hitman Holla's having a problem. And now Byron Blake said he about to look into Eazy to figure out what's going on with his brother and all of that. So, because I think Eazy sent a shot at Byron Blake, you know what I mean, on his Twitter. And Byron seen that, you know what I mean? So, I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see what happens with him. We got a super chat. Somebody said, bad news told everything. Bad news called customer service up and said, wait, turn my credit card off and refund me my money. Shout out to you for the super chat. So I don't know. And Twitter, I might get off Twitter. It's a lot of pump faking. A lot of people say they gonna do stuff. They ain't doing it. You know what I mean? And it's just, Twitter just I'm just gonna say anything. It's a lot of pump faking on there. You know what I mean? I still watch, but I might kind of get off Twitter for a minute. You know what I'm saying? There's too much pump faking. I'm waiting for all these blogs to hit. I'm waiting for Verb to go crazy on J Mills and J Mills to go crazy on, and it ain't nothing happening. You know what I mean? But I don't know. I see a lot of hate. A lot of people hating. You know what I mean? I see a lot of that. You know what I mean? Other than that, that's all it is. You know what I mean? But shout out to everybody. Somebody said Eazy brother did an interview. Oh, where's it at? Where's it at? Let me look. Where did he do this interview at? Oh, I know they would have it. Hold on. Let me see something. God. And what do y'all think about Rosenberg Raw coming out and saying that he didn't, the whole Anwar and D.I. the Henny Man or whatever recording Eazy, like Rosenberg is saying like, yo, like, I don't know why, like, I can't verify that. You know what I mean? So I don't know. What do y'all think about that? Even though Rosenberg did tell, what's his name? Ja? Like, that's what he heard. Maybe that's what Eazy got it from, but Rosenberg is saying like he can't verify if that's true or not. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I do want to put that out there. So somebody said when Surf gets home, Eazy run is done. I don't know. What do you mean his run is done? What do you mean about that? His run is done? I mean, I think like for real, if you look at Surf is really smart with like how he plays the algorithm. You know what I mean? I think he's very smart about that. So if he sees like who's in the algorithm, he's probably going to start talking about them to kick back into the algorithm. And the only people that's really in the algorithm right now is like J Mills, because J Mills, I think he's still in there because of all the hype points and everything. J Mills can drop something and do numbers like he can. I know he just did like a recap of the Eazy and Cassie, but he could still do numbers. I think he still did like 16,000 or something like that, 17,000, and that's just like something quick. You know what I'm saying? If he bombs on Verb or something like that, like he's gonna do numbers. It's gonna happen. You know, so he's still in the algorithm. Eazy is really the algorithm right now. You know what I'm saying? Between him and Cassidy, like either one, like they're the algorithm. And Surf was kind of going in on Cassidy a little bit before. You know what I mean? He got locked. You know what I mean? And one of his battles, he was like, hold on, let me show y'all this. No, it's URL. I ain't playing nothing from URL. They'll clip me. You know what I mean? But he was like, we gotta listen to Cassidy Tragedy. You know what I mean? Remember that? I don't know who he was battling, but he said something like that. Shout out to the boss. The boss posted it. So I don't know. He might like try to go at one of them. You know, but whatever he does, man, the battle rap community gonna be paying attention to it. You know, so I think it would be good for him to get back. That way he can kind of get people back on track. Because I think once Surf gets out, you know, he's like, he likes the battle rap barbershop talk. You know what I mean? Get into spaces and actually, I mean, he'll go back and forth with people. But a lot of times, like, he'll talk about, like, how good an artist is, how bad an artist is, like, who can beat who, like, get back to that. And right now, it's like everybody wants to just attack Eazy right now is what's going on. You know what I mean? So it's like, I think that would kind of slow down a little bit. I'm sure he's going to throw some shots and maybe get a battle started. You know what I mean? But other than that, I think it would be good for him to come back to kind of reorient people. You know what I mean? But yeah, we got a member on here. Get your memberships. TG said, Tay Rock don't never win a battle. Tay Rock battles a lot. He's still been battling. He just got finished with a battle not too long ago. He's still battling. He's just battling lower level people because he battled everybody already. He still got, I want him to, I mean, he don't care what I would want. I want him to battle like Lux. You know what I mean? I think he deserves it. I think if he ever called Lux out, Lux has to do it. I don't think it's like a even, you know, like certain people can call Lux out and he can still think about it. But like a Rock or something like that, I don't think Rock can beat Lux. You know what I mean? But I mean, I would still like to see it. You know what I mean? So I would like to see that. You know, maybe Rock versus Cass or something like that. Or, you know what I mean? It's a couple rematches. I do want to see him versus Clips again. You know what I mean? So maybe a rematch, a couple of those before he retires. You know what I mean? But other than that, you know, he ain't really, the only way he could stay in the algorithm is picking it easy or picking at somebody or something like that. He could always get back in the algorithm. He's Tay Rock, man. He's one of the GOATs. You know, man, I actually want to see him versus Rosenberg Raw. You know what I mean? Is what I want to see. You know, and this is something that I don't know if the battle culture will ever entertain. You know what I mean? But I don't know why he doesn't want to battle Rosenberg Raw. I think Rosenberg Raw has got a pretty good resume. You know what I mean? And like, you could just look at what Rosenberg Raw did in the battle against Chilla Jones. Like, Rosenberg did really well in that battle. He's got like a cheat code, like when he's battling people, you know, that works. And he can kind of just repel a lot of what you do, like when he's battling in Philly. So I would like to see him versus Rock. I think that would be a crazy battle. I think they would actually market and promote. Rosenberg is pretty respectful, but he can go there with people. You know, he's not afraid to go into spaces and talk, you know what I mean? But the problem is, like, you know, certain people don't want to battle you unless you cool with him, you know what I mean? Or cool with them, some people, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I'm not saying Rosenberg's like that and not like that, but that happens a lot of times in battle rap. Or you got to just know the right people. That it's still probably going to be a political game for a battle like that to happen. But I want to see that. You know what I'm saying? I do want to see that. Somebody said until he faced Av. Rock already battled Av. He already battled him. Yeah, Rosenberg Raw, man. I mean, why not? Why not? You know what I'm saying? I don't think that battle is going to be crazy expensive. Like, if I'm TBL, like TBL, y'all got to think, I know y'all trying to do the biggest matchups, and maybe you got a sponsor that's willing, you know, signed up to donate however much money or whatever. All right, make that battle happen. Like Rosenberg versus Rock on the undercard. Imagine that. People gonna want to see that. You know what I'm saying? Calico and Rock already battled. You know what I'm saying? Or like maybe a frozen Calico or something like that. I'm not mad at that. Like that, like y'all might have to. I don't want to say get the pay-per-view because the battles, the audio was terrible. But when they drop Rosenberg Raw versus Chilla Jones, y'all need to watch that, bro. Y'all really do need to watch that. And you will see like how Rosenberg can get with people. You know what I mean? Also, shout out to Snake Eyes and Bill Collector. They had a pretty good battle. You know, Bill Collector won. You know, but Bill Collector is very clever in that battle. And Snake Eyes had some lines too in the first. You know what I mean? I think Bill Collector might have got the second and third. You know, but that battle was like really good, man. Like I wish I would have kind of been on the stage. You know what I mean? Because it was really good. The first couple rounds, I'm like, that was the battle. I was just like, oh, okay. You know what I mean? Like they kind of got everybody back into, all right, let's listen to this. You know what I mean? So I really like that battle. You know, so hopefully they drop that soon. Somebody said Rosenberg versus Rock. I can't be mad at that. I want to see that, man. Why don't y'all like at them, man, and ask them like, yo, would y'all battle? Maybe hit TBL up or somebody and ask them if they willing to book it. You know, but and I don't think URL publicly really fell out with TBL. So maybe they can still make something like that happen right now. I ain't mad at it, bro. I ain't mad at it. Somebody said people still sleeping on Bill Collector. I'm not. I think Bill Collector is fire. You know what I'm saying? I think he's fire. I think Snake Eyes is fire too. For them to do that much marketing, promoting, and still give like a pretty good battle, I think, to me, I think Bill Collector clearly won, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But somebody might argue for Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes did good. You know what I mean? I think he didn't have the endurance for the battle. You know what I mean? Like Bill Collector. And I kind of want to do a bar breakdown. I don't know if that'll do any views though, but I kind of want to do that because Bill Collector was going crazy, bro. Shout out to Larry Speller with the $10 super chat. Shout out to you. Somebody said Rock battled everybody. He battled my grandmama too. Rock was like, why'd you make PIPERBOY's mom? Pow! Rock was going crazy on my granny. Shout out to Rock. Somebody said Snake Eyes is the face of TBL. All right, y'all, I got to get out of here. But shout out to everybody. You know, we all had our fun, you know, all of that. You know what I mean? Hopefully we can kind of get back to battle rap. You know what I mean? Let's kind of get back, man. Like, yeah, I mean, people going to go back and forth with each other. It's just something's going to happen. But let's kind of get back to battle rap, man. I hope they can make an announcement or something good or maybe drop some battles. And we can kind of get back to that, man. Because I think somebody's going to end up getting hurt. You know what I mean? It's what I think is really going to happen. And I will be here blogging on it. Whoever it is. But it's just like, and you know, it's too much inviting people to, you know, I want you to, you know, y'all to pull up and say somebody's going to do it. You know what I mean? Like, y'all just be careful. Y'all inviting the wrong kind of energy. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said, where we putting Anderson Burroughs at? Yo, Anderson Burroughs be going mad viral. Y'all got TikTok? I don't be using it. I think I like 50 something. I got like 55,000 followers on there or something like that. I need to use it. You know, if I talk about politics, it just, you know what I mean? Like, I got millions of views on there, but I need to, because they actually pay good too. I ain't even know. I need to start using that again. But Anderson Burroughs, he be going mad viral, bro. You know what I mean? And he be like winning a lot of his battles too. So I'm not mad at him. Somebody said too many Frank stands. I mean, that's how he talk. You know what I mean? Shout out to Rock though. Kevo said Ines. No. Shout out to Ines though. Man. But shout out to everybody. I'm out, y'all. Come rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. I gotta go out. You know what I mean? Have a beer. I ain't have a beer in a minute. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go. And plus I bought that what is it? The Omen 16 Max like laptop with the RTX 5080 in it. Man, I gotta play with that. It's got an OLED screen. Man, play with that, man. Shout out to Cassidy and all y'all. Y'all got me my Omen. Shout out to